objectives that we're going to be looking at today is we're going to learn what a meniscus is and why it occurs and how to read it. We're also going to look at how to read the volume of a pipette. And lastly, we're going to learn the definition of priming.
Some of the materials that we'll be using today, be sure to record them in your notebook.
It is important to prime your pipette before the experiment, and this is why. In order to get accurate measurement, you have to rinse the pipette with water 3 times and the solution 3 times. Otherwise, a coating of the previously used liquid is left on the tip, and it makes the dispersed volume slightly less than what it is displayed on the pipette.
So what exactly is a meniscus? You'll notice that sometimes in a container of liquids, there's either a visible dip or a curve where the liquid stops. This is known as the meniscus, and it's caused by surface tension forces. There can be 2 types, convex or concave. And the one that we're looking at today, with the example of water, is going to be convex. And the reason why it curves inward like that is because the adhesion of the molecules to the surface of the container are stronger than the cohesion of the water molecules together. And this results in the visible dip that you'll see in the meniscus. When you're trying to record the volume of a substance using the graduated pipette, be sure that the very bottom of the meniscus, or where the dip is what's touching the line. That's what you want to record the volume in. First, I'll put the bulb on the graduated pipette and I'll slowly suck up milliliters of liquid into the pipette. Then, being sure to go at an eye level, I slowly draw out the water until it reaches the 5 milliliter mark. You can see where the meniscus stops the line, and then I'll transfer the liquid into a graduated beaker. You'll see that I will stop at the 10 milliliter mark exactly. Right there.
You gotta zero on the scale first. You gotta put this on and measure the initial.
To ensure that your results are precise, you're going to want to do 3 trials of this experiment. So here we have Dhruv, Tabitha, and Eunice all taking measurements of volume using the graduated pipette.
Let it fall till it reaches then we're gonna come over here, measure. It is 74.778.
We're recording the initial volume and the final volume to the notebook.
Our data table, we have measurements from the pipette, cylinder, and flask. With the pipette, you'll notice is the only one that has final and initial volume, and that's because when you measure with the pipette, you initially take up to 10 milliliters, and when you let it all go all the way down, it stops at the 10 millimeter mark, so you have to have a final and initial so you know how much you actually put in your beaker. Also, the density in our chart was the example of how to use a pipette from our density lab.
I'll demonstrate it here for you.
So for our table table,
Oh my god!
It's important to pipe.
You can just keep
In order to get accurate measurement, you have to rinse the pipette with water 3 times and the solution 3 times. Otherwise, a coating of the previous use.
Why and how it...
Don't look at me!
So for our table...
What? Look, listen.
And stop!
I'm tired.
Mindy, you're in the video.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
Let's go.